Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. So, I'd like to apologize for the audio last episode. It should have been a little bit more blown out than this one. Basically because I found out after the recording that Skype had changed all the audio levels, which is a fun little feature of that program. Anyway, I'll keep an eye out for that in future. So, let's see what quests we have left. We have this one, which we're finished. We actually completed that quest, I think. Or maybe we completed that for now. Maybe we're going to get an extra part of that later. Songs of the Wild is not in here. Oh. Okay, it just had us on the finished quest and it made it look... Okay, there we go. We finished that one. So we have Magicka's Faithful, which we're not going to do. We have the Bounty, which we're going to go and hand in right now to Aska. Then we're finished with Task. I said we're probably going to get... No, we're finished with Task because we won't get another Bounty until we finish Magicka's Faithful. This one we're not doing yet. We're not doing that one yet either because we don't quite know where it is. Because it's a secret temple. His better half. Discover we're not going to do that one right now. We don't know where this one is. We assumed that the whirling agent of copper, adder, and stone was in the was actually in the White Forge, but we couldn't get that to actually work. And then a Servant of Death, we're not going to do either because that's not here. So then, I guess, we move on to the main quest. We go to the Red Siren Fort. So we actually have done quite a lot of this already.
Mila, where have you got to this time?
Hello. The woman looks at you as if she's used to hearing bad news. She shakes her head and holds up her hands before you can even begin. Look, you can tell Hammond that I ain't seen Mila all day. Besides, he ought to keep a better eye on his shop if you don't want his little ones poking around. What's this about? She blinks and suddenly embarrassed. Oh, you're the one who opened up the battery, ain't you? It's nothing someone like you needs to be concerned with. Actually, it's my girl, Melia. She's getting herself into all sorts of trouble poking around at Hammond's Emporium. But you ain't hear about her, huh? You don't know where your own child is? She backs away like she's been slapped. I didn't say that. It's hard keeping track of her. What with all the commotion around here lately? You have any idea where she might be? She's been out for quite a while now. That's nothing new. Still, I can't help but worry she's gone and got herself into trouble. If you keep an eye or two open for her while you're in town, I'd greatly appreciate that. I'll make sure she's not in any trouble. Oh, thank you. Everyone is so busy these days with the mines and the forge opening back up again. It's kind of you to help. I have a few questions, though. Is there some place she likes to run off to? She often takes off to Hammond's Emporium. Has a problem with looking at things instead of touching them. Hammond's been on my back the past few days to keep her away. Might her father know where she's gone? Please don't worry him. He's in enough trouble at his job already. Truly, all of us appreciate what you did, opening the battery back up. Folks like my Logar are making good money patching up all the damage out front. Please don't set his mind spinning about where Amelia is. I won't tell him anything, don't worry. Just stay away from him. Word is you couldn't keep a secret if your life depended on it. She winces as soon as the last word leaves her mouth and then shrugs apologetically. Alright then. Is that based upon our stats here? It might be because we're really, really honest. I think that might be it. Yeah. I imagine, and we're not at all deceptive. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Right, Aska's down here, isn't she? Yes. Hello. Looking for work? I know we've got plenty to do around here. The Tower of Whitestone Hollow has been dealt with. Oh, good to know this one's been taken care of. A shame we lost all those people, but at least we'll finally be able to get some workers out there to clear up that avalanche. Here's the reward as promised. Oh, we got another level up. A Loth leveled up. Nice. Let's see what we want to do with him. Lore's pretty much his thing. We could go really hard into athletics though and try and get him a second wind, which I think might be worth just putting a few extra points in there. That gives him 35 endurance instead of 25. Gives him just a little bit more health. It's something. It's something he didn't have already. I mean, we could save up for lore, but I don't think there's going to be lore, like... This allows them to use level 8 scrolls. I don't imagine there's going to be anything too much higher than that. And then we get a free spell. This is actually a level 8 spell? Okay. Is this new? Yeah, I think this is a new set of spells. We get 2 of them. So we can get K-Bald's back blow. So this summons a weapon, K-Bald's back blow. Which does corrode damage to enemies and leaves them terrified, and each bolt of energy the wizard fires bounces to one additional target. So it's just a very good bow for a wizard. Okay, not that interested. We get Kalikoth's Freezing Rake. So this one is a can that does damage over an area, doing freeze damage to enemies, leaving them weakened and hobbled. Actually, just thinking about it, I'm going to take these points out and then keep them for lore, because if these are 8th level spell, as you know, 8th level is the max level of spell, by the looks of it there. Yeah, in which case, no, I'll put them back in athletics. I was thinking that if we're already at 8th level spells, we might get higher level ones, but this looks like it's the highest level spell we're ever going to get, so. In which case, we only need level 8 scrolls. Yeah, I hope that made sense. Anyway. This does a lot of freezing damage. What's the range? 8 meters. That's not very high, I don't think. This one gives them a very, very good shield. Not interested. Major Grimoire Imprint. So this one allows them to borrow spells of 7th level or lower. For a short duration, we can cast the stolen spells freely. So just randomly steals 3 spells that we can cast freely for 84 seconds. Could be useful. Piercing Sigil. So we invoke the Sigil of the famed Valian Wizard. When we are struck in melee, this does pierce damage and stuns them. Wall of Many Colors. Colors that inflict varied damage and afflictions to enemies passing through. So red is burn, corrode. That seems good. It seems like a good ability. And then Wilting Wind. It does raw damage to anyone in the area, leaving them weakened. That's a lot of raw damage. How much are other spells? I want to see a spell that we already have. Let's back out of this. Yeah, we're going to cancel level up because I want to see what the range of his current spells are. There we go. We'll get this open. Oh no, there are 9th and 10th level spells, so never mind. We do want to keep points for lore. Let's have a look here. Let's see a spell that we know the range of fairly well. We know the range of tentacles fairly well. It is 6 meters. So 8 meters is like just a little bit above tentacles. So 10 meters is reasonably large. Okay, that's what we're getting at there. Actually, what's this? I thought of a better one. What is the range of that fog spell you can cast? Like this one. The cloud. This one is 10 meters. Okay, so that's reasonable. We also should get rid of that spell. This is really, really bad for him right now. We should change his spells up. We'll do that after level up. There we go. Right, a couple points in athletics. Oh no, we're taking the points out of athletics. We're going to keep them for lore so we can do 9th and 10th level scrolls. We're going Wilting Wind, and I think we go Wall of Many Colors as well. We go both. I think that seems like a really good idea. Although the problem with the wall is it's not amazing. Maybe we'll go Major Grimoire Implant. Yeah. The problem is they could just be bad. Freezing Rake. We'll take Freezing Rake. We tend to need to use freeze damage a lot, and we don't have a lot of powerful freeze damage, so we'll go with that one. Then we get Spell Mastery. Wow. Tentacle seems like the absolute obvious choice here, because that's one we use a ton. Dimensional Shift switches us with one ally. Yeah, maybe. Someone's a duplicate. Maybe. Missiles useful. Minor Grimoire Implant. Yeah, I think Tentacles wins because it's the one that we use a ton. Let's go Tentacles. Let's take it. Yeah. I think that's probably the best. I can't see anything else beating it from a lower level. Minor Blights, maybe? Summoning some Blights. Oh no, that's just balls in the hat. That's like just a different attack, I think. Yeah, maybe infuse with Vital Essence. I don't know. I think the Tentacles win. Right, let's go with that. And now we're going to change up his spell book. Now, let's start with first level. and move our way up. First level seems fairly alright. Jolting Touch we've not used. We haven't used many of these in ages. I think what we want to do is maybe take ones that might have a better use, like some of these that let's see, like Dazzling Lights might be more useful. I don't know. It's just I think the damage here is maybe fine. We'll switch Jolting Touch with Wizard Double is alright. It gives him a lot of deflection if we think he's about to be attacked. Maybe Slicken, but yeah, I guess we'll take Slicken because it's useful. Level 2, we don't ever use the Blind. Necrotic Lance, we don't use Ray of Fire either. We do use Fettered Caress occasionally. Binding Web, maybe. Merciless Gaze converts hits into crits. No, not interested. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness could be useful. It's an area of effect lowered intellect, resolve, and perception. That's really useful, actually. We'll take that. And Combusting Wounds, probably not. Corrosive Siphon. It does give him a heal, which is useful. Bewildering Spectacle can confuse it confuses enemies in the area of effect. Yeah, we'll take that one. Level 3. Probably don't need Expose Vulnerabilities. We already have it, basically. The Sickened and Terrified is alright. Draining Touch. Not that useful, because it's touch. Suspends beneficial effects on people. Could be useful. Delay of Motion. Lowers attack speed for enemies in area of effect. Seems useful. And the rest seem alright here. They seem reasonable. Level 4. Confusion is alright. We're going to take off Tentacles, so we already have it. Wall of Flame's probably bad as well. Flame Shield. Dimensional Shift. Dimensional Shift seems like it should be useful, but I don't think it is. I think Minor Grimoire Implant maybe here. And then... yeah. It's not great. I guess Wall of Flame we'll keep. We'll go Minor Grimoire Implant in case we're low on spells and we just need like... only 20 seconds. How long does it take to cast a spell? Does it say in here? I think it's based on your dex, maybe? Look at the burn damage that does. That's not even worth having. This one at least does more damage. I guess we'll take Dimensional Shift, and we'll get rid of that one as well. We'll place it with... what's Minor Spell Reflection? It basically blasts back spells from low-level people. I guess we'll take Essential Phantom. Yeah. Level 5, we don't use Malignant Cloud or Call to Slumber or the Safeguard. Summons a weapon. That is for a lot, so I'm not interested. Form of the Helpless Beast. A Polymorph is useful. Yeah. It's only for 14 seconds, but it could be useful. Burn damage around the caster, not that useful. Terrified and weakened in an area. Wall of Force. I guess we'll go Form of the Helpless Beast, and hobbling enemies who go through it could be useful. Yeah, we'll go Wall of Force, and we'll go Terror. There we go. Level 6 spells. Chain Lightning's good. Gaze of the Aggredon's good. This one's not so good. It's around the caster. Death Ring. Crow damage to all enemies it touches, potentially destroying those with low endurance, maybe. Martial Power, not useful for us. Arcane Reflection. I guess we take Death Ring there. Level 7, we only have 4 spells, so we'll take the 4 spells we have. And then level 8, we'll take these spells. So we've made Aloth pretty much a bit more of a force to be reckoned with, and a little bit more of a CCing force, I guess would be the better way of putting it.
Indeed.
Okay, there we go.
Just say the word.
Grab everybody. And we're going to head into this place. Yeah, Hammond's Emporium. Okay. Hello, Hammond. How may I be of service? There's a little girl, Melia. that comes around here? I heard she's been causing trouble for you. Oh, she's out of control. I suppose one can barely blame her, what with the way her own mother is always screaming at her. He leans across the counter and speaks to you in a conspiratorial whisper. I mean, where do you think the little rascal learns that kind of behavior? The only person I've seen give her a proper talking to is that wild woman who loiters by the hut just south of here. Aska, that's her name. I don't know what it was about, but the girl's eyes were this big. But I suppose someone's got to do it. I told the girl's mother I'd be speaking with Mayor Tarfus if I caught her picking around my shop again, so I guess it worked. Aska. Okay, let's go speak with Aska, who should be over here. Hello. I heard you scolded Royce's girl. Aska cocks her head, thinking for a moment, then she begins laughing. You know what that girl did? Snatched the whole chicken from Griff's Rest. Raw. Told her I better not catch her thieving again, but I was trying my damnedest not to laugh. Funny kid. It's gotta be rough on her, you know. Her old man's working at the battery, and he's one absence away from getting fired. Again. Blazes, only reason Logder still has a job is because Wangdra's a softy beneath all that suit. But Myla, she showed up at the battery the other day and nearly got him sacked. Since then, I've seen her keep to herself. Spends a lot of time at the temple, come to think of it. Things might have quieted down with the ogres lately, but there's no shortage of new trouble or work for those interested. Just saying. Temple. We go to the temple. Is this just showing us where we could go in the town? Seems like that's what it is. Yeah. Right, in here we go. Engram? Our doors are always open and our forge always alight. How may I help? I heard Royce's girl, Myla, comes here sometime. Comes here. She usually sits over there by the forge and draws with some of the charcoal nubs. Poor girl's lonely. The only other children in town are a few years older, and the others, that would have been her age, are all hollowborn. He shakes his head. Farewell. So, she sits by the thing in Ford here? Do we speak to Magicka?
I'll see what's ahead.
Do we see anything here? This, maybe? Myla's drawing. Nice. Oh, and some money. Okay. Found one of Myla's drawings at the temple. It depicts a child playing near a cave. I should ask someone who knows Myla well to see if they know more about this place. Do you know where this is? He holds the crumpled paper delicately, careful not to smudge the charcoal. After a moment of contemplation, he purses his lips. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, to be honest. That makes more sense, I think. A cave. And some trees? No, those must be Adra stones. Out by Whitestone Hollow. I think there's a cave not far from there. You mean the cave we went into that was empty? Seems likely. Right, this way and out the town towards Whitestone Hollow. Okay, so it's over here, I think. Yeah, this cave. Let's head straight there. Are these Adra stones? Is that what the guy was getting at? Could be, I suppose. Right, let's head in. Okay.
I'll see what I can find.
This doesn't look good, so we'll just prepare. Hello, witches. And the fox from the farmer did run and leap. Run and leap. Oh, what he did to those poor little sheep. Despite the girl singing, the witches around her are strangely calm. They scratch their claws in the dirt, bloodshot eyes half closed, while the girl sings and hums her song. Suddenly she looks up and notices you. She looks around the cave as if hoping that you're here for someone else. I'm Myla, and these are my friends. She waves an arm towards the witches, then regards you with some concern. Did you come to play with us? The witches look up at the worry in her voice, the pupils narrow to pinpricks. Your mother's looking for you. Myla flinches, her face scrunches into a defiant little frown. The witches notice the sudden movement and hiss. Big tongue. Myla's high-pitched voice cries up out of the nearest hissing witch. Be nice. She turns her attention back to you. I don't want to go back. She yells at me. I just want to play here with my friends. Let's offer her cookies. Oh, but that's a lie. We don't lie. Let's see what we want to do. We could say you can't stay here forever. You can't make me go. You like sweets? How about a raretai cookie? A real raretai cookie? I've heard of those. Can I really have one? Let's see. Oh, smile as you drop the cookie on the ground and slowly grind it into the ice with your boot. No. If I give you this cookie, will you go home to your mother? Mila nods silently. We'll give her the cookie. Mila approaches you and carefully takes the cookie in her tiny hands. Transfixed on the delicacy, she begins nibbling on the edges as if she wordlessly shuffles on the edges of it as she wordlessly shuffles towards the mouth of the cave. The witches begin to follow her out. But as they leave the cave, they are distracted by the sights and sounds of animals in the wilderness. One by one, the witches slink off into the underbrush to hunt. See you back in the village, mister. Alright then. That was easy enough, I think. I think overall it could have gone much worse. Right. Let's go see her mother and see how her mother's doing. Also, when did we pick up that cookie? That must have been ages ago. Because I don't remember even having it. Anyway. Hello. Andra, bless you. My Mile is back. And that girl's not leaving my sight for a week. She glares down at Mila and clears her throat loudly. Mila shuffles forward and speaks in a tone of recitation. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. Thank you for bringing me home. I promise not to wander off ever again. She glances at her mother. When Royce nods, Mila gives you a handful of warm, sweaty coins. No need for that. You keep it. Mila looks back up at Royce, who nods. Thank you, mister. The girl pockets the grubby coins, still not looking at you. When Royce glances away to exchange pleasantries with someone else, Mila looks at you shyly and whispers, Thank you for not killing my friends. I found a bubble hat back in the woods, by the roots that looks like dragon's tails. I tried to put it on, but it was too heavy. She glances back at Royce, who's still distracted. But you can have it if you want. It's still there by the roots. A bubble hat by the roots that look like a dragon's tail in the woods. I suppose we'll go and look for it. Let's see if we can find it. If we can't find it, I give up. Okay, we got a quest. No, it's not a quest. It's just saying someone arrived at our fort. Fine. I just want to see, does it tell us where it is? No, it doesn't. So it's Dragon's Tail. Dragon's Tail. Is it here? There's a lot of roots over here.
I wonder what this is.
It is. I mean, it is a bubble hat. Can't argue with that. It's a bubble hat. Right, let's have a look at it. There we go. Defense against poison. Oh, it's trash. It's good against dragon breath attacks. That might be useful at some point. Anyway, let's double check our quests, and then I think I know where we're going. So, that has nothing. This is one for this area. Right? None of these are for this area, apart from the Burden of Memory, which is in this area somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, though. And then we got this one, which has reached the Red Siren Fort. Let's do it. Let's head to the Flail Fort. Okay.
I'll see what I
Your
can
movement.
find.
Let's get ourselves prepared. Let's just walk in without sneaking. The soldiers watch you warily as you approach. Once you're within speaking distance, one of them gestures with his pistol. That's far enough. What are you doing here? You lost? I'm here to speak with the commander. The commander is not receiving any more visitors. He looks you over, frowning. Did Stalwart send you? Yes. Here for your delegates. The commander has them in a cell. We'll have the truce out of them one way or the other. As for you, Aderic wants nothing more to do with messengers or diplomats. You're too late. Darren says that Aderic has come here because he had a vision. Then this Darren at least speaks the truth. Aderic said there would be a great battle. We're here to hold the pass and defend Red Siren. He has seen this in a dream. And what if, theoretically, someone else had had a vision like this? He frowns and shrugs. After this miss with the delegates, I wouldn't bring it up. You've asked more than enough questions. Go on, get out of here. I won't warn you again.
That was rude, even by local standards.
Just want to speak. I'm going to quick save. And then I'm going to walk in and see. I want to talk to them, okay? I won't warn you again, said the archer. What about the gunner? Okay. Just confirming that that is the setup that we currently have, okay? I don't want it to be the setup we currently have, but it is the setup we currently have. So we will load the quick save. I think we may have lost the conversation when we said that we came from Stalwart. And that may have been the thing that didn't go so well. Oh. Hide. Don't want to head up there. Down here. Is there anything else the quest gives us in terms of clues? It just says reach the Red Siren Fort. I mean, we could fight our way in. Easily. That's not what I want to do. Let's head along this way. Through the shadows to the left. There's nothing here. There's a way out, but it doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. This area is big. Okay. We sneak along the side of the fort. All we're doing. We saw an enemy. Okay. I can hear them stomping along. Let's go this way. Sneak. Sneak. We know they're probably here. I think fighting might be our only option.
Everyone's on edge in the camp. Almost glad to be out here.
And you? You don't think there's any truth in it?
Doesn't matter, really. There's nothing back home for me.
Come on. The commander will figure it out.
Oh, they're moving. Hide, hide, hide. So, the commander will figure what out? Okay, we're not very... Oh, God. That is just them standing over there.
Raska, Ator, don't go far.
Okay. We're not the stealthiest party in the world, but... Oh, God. We've been spotted. Get her. Get him. Oh, no. Things have gone horribly wrong in our sneak plan. We want to turn and face the dog. Go stab the dog.
Gotcha.
Right. Go to slow mode. Oh, we're in combat. There we go. We're doing fine. Minea, shout. Right, backline. Go attack the dog. Everyone attack this dude right here. There we go. You're the one who's been left out. I want to just move you around this way. Even though you're hobbled. Go and stun him. Okay. We find the Iron Flail soldier. There we go. Everyone go get him. Right.
Not even slowing it
The warlock, I mean. There we go. Wasn't what we were intending to do. Oh, and then the champion becomes on our side again. Yeah, they don't quite know how to deal with the fact that they can't hit someone. That was a shout and a half. Yep. He's dead.
Right here.
I think Devil of Karok should switch to Arbalist permanently. Ooh, the Unlabored Blade. We did 100 slashing damage. It then gave it more damage, I think? Did it give it accuracy? I'm not sure. I think it gave it more damage. Maybe.
What?
I'm not sure. We'll see. It might just be a really bad blade. Ooh, the Warlock has a spell book. Lovely. And then we got Red Siren prayer bracelets.
I'll see what I can find.
Right. Hide. Let's have a look at this spellbook. So, the Warlock's Codex has no spells we don't already know.
What?
Okay. That's fine. And here we have junk. Okay. Continue sneaking in. This is a way in the back gate. I just want to see, is there something over here? No, there's no other areas. Quick save. I think we sneak in. I don't think we care that Devil of Croc's lower in endurance. We just rest after the next fight where she gets hit. Okay, in we go. Observing from below, you notice that the watchtower on this side gate appears to be unmanned. You find no hostile faces peering over the fence either. The roof of the tower crosses over the fort walls. Climbing it may provide a means of getting inside. You make out voices past the gate, engaged in scattered conversation. In the bright light of day, the camp bustles with activity. A discreet individual could try and open the gate before the alarm is sounded, but it would be risky in broad daylight. Examine the gate. Looking over the outer wall, you notice a gap between two of the posts. Well, it's too small for a kith. A small animal might make it through. We could cast Form of the Helpless Beast on someone. Let's do it. Ourselves? From one moment to the next, you find your perspective shifting dramatically. The gate looms up above you, titanic in proportion. The gap underneath is similarly large, and your little hooves carry you under and past easy enough. The transformation didn't last long, and you come back to your own shape in an undignified sprawl in the snow. Your first glimpse at a bustling camp, and of the guard posted some short distance away. As you drop to the ground, your movement catches his attention. He turns in your direction. You draw back into the shadow of the watchtower and go perfectly still. The guard gives the gate a cursory glance and looks away. You creep forward to unbar the gate.
Light, flame, and sound.
Well done, us. Did that use one of his charges of... It did. It did use one... Wait, no it didn't. It didn't use one of his charges.
Indeed.
That's good. So there's the guard that we're going to avoid. Oh, there's more guards. Okay. I kind of want to look around. That doesn't look like the easiest way in. Let's try the edge, and if that is the only way in, then that's the only way in. If it's not, though, then it's not.
Here, I brought you a scarf.
Oh, thanks, Mariel.
Hello? I can explain. Wait, who are you? You're that lord from Caed Nua, aren't you? What are you doing here? What are you two up to? Too cold to get up to anything. Stealing some time away is all. No harm in that, is there? Are you with that army? No. No, we're just villagers. Well, you're well armed, considering. Please, keep it down. Alec may be asleep on duty, but he's not the only one around. Do you know anything about the delegates from Stalwart? Just the obvious. They didn't do a good job of negotiating. The commander's been in a fury the past week. It's not like him. What can you tell me about the commander? The commander? He pulled the Iron Flail together himself. He's a good man. He believes in Red Siren more than anyone else. He gave us our pride back, told us to keep faith. I think... sometimes I think the vigilance speaks to him. Careful, you go on for hours if you let him. I need to speak to the commander. I can't help you. And I don't just mean that they'd string me up for it. If you'd come before the delegates arrived, you might have had a chance. As it is, looks like we're in for a fight, and the commander's not taking any risks. I'm, not supposed to be out here. Well, that makes 3 of us, right? Consorting with the enemy. No need to be so dramatic, we aren't hurting anyone. Besides, Gamel here seems pretty reasonable. We're gonna leave. Take care. Now, where were we?
And what does the flame reveal?
So they're readying for a fight. Fresh grave with a ring of overseeing in it. We'll grab that stuff.
Zawa is ready.
Gravestone only holds a hastily scratched name. So it is worth going around the outside, I think, for some more clues. But I don't think we're going to get another way in. This doesn't lead anywhere, does it? No. I don't think any of these are going to lead anywhere. Just going to continue sneaking around the outside. There's a gate that we can't get through. Basically, I want to see what's going on inside before we make a decision to go inside. Or where to go inside. Seems like we could almost jump up over here and it'd be much easier. A lot of spikes that we can't get through. We can walk around them. Okay. What are these people? Snow bears? Okay. I think the side gate's going to be our only way in. Let's take it. I think this is the main hut that we're aiming for. Right. It'd be nice if we could unsneak, but I think things will see us inside if we're outside. So, let's head around. Just because I don't think it's a solid wall. So I think they'll go into attack mode and try and attack us. I think what we want to do is we want to try and head around this edge, like right there. See though. It might work, it might not work. I wonder if you could sneak. You could probably sneak in with one character if you were like good enough at it. But I don't think that. I think you would just die when you got to the very, like when you got right in there. Let's head in. The side gate. Go past the guard. You could speak to him, it says. More omens. Maybe we made a mistake coming here. They're saying, get back to your post. Yes, sir. We can sneak in. Okay. This is possible. Not 100% possible, but possible. Let's speak to the guard.
Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey! Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey! Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey!
I love that. Right. Trebuchet is disassembled but intact. Seems like there should be a way. Oh, in here. Bugger. Right. You're gonna head to the dozing guard behind us, and you're gonna just run at him and stun him. Manea, you're gonna go for the warlock. Zawa, you're gonna run out here. Devil, you're gonna run down here. Durance, there's no point doing that one. I think we'll go for accuracy. We're likely to hit everyone with accuracy. Go. These hadn't activated? Okay, I think they would have in time. Right. For the kick, we need 1 wound. Okay. So you're running in to stun the dozing guard. This is going off a Loth. Right, I need you to switch to your sword. We need you to go and stun that gunner. A Loth, you're going to go for the dozing guard. I think that's the one who's going to die quickest. There's so many of them. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of them. Magrin's flames. Let's try Magrin's fire on them. This is our best attempt. Dislike this. Whatever it is. What is this beam? I think it's just a damage beam. Okay. If we're gonna have to rest after this, use your air of attack. Can you stun? Stun. I like the raw damage that we just did there. Devil of Karok's fairly low. I think she can get the kill for Withering Strike. Nice. Devil should back off. Switch to her crossbow and aim for the warlock. You're doing a good job there. Turn and shoot the champion. Turn and shoot the champion. You're doing fine. Maybe a kick to knock him over.
Rally!
Nice try. Kick him again. Oh, it's not. That's the wrong one. We want this kick, actually. We want skyward kick. Okay. We're going to take this group of 3. We're going to get them to shoot the archers. We're going to bring you over here. We're going to bring you over here. This group of 3, shoot the archer. You guys come and hit the paladin.
Slowing it down.
Okay. This is fine. Nice. They're down. This back group to kill. They're dead. This one. Kill the rifleman.
Take that!
That works for me.
Not even
And
slowing
there
it
we go.
down.
Oh, still there. There we go. Not ideal, but we did it. We did it. We survived. I think we need a rest
I'll
after
see
this.
what I can find.
Because we used a couple of big cooldowns and Devil of Karok's really low in health. Grab that stuff. Grab that stuff. We know where we're headed, so...
I'll see
And
what
it'll be
I can
easier
find.
to explore this place if they become allies eventually. So we'll try and go where we're headed first. Right, new Warlock Codec had nothing in it, I think. Right, let's rest and reset. There we go. Just headed along the edge. Keep an eye out. Stalwart will send more people. Well, I mean, you're not entirely wrong.
That's not very helpful.
There we go. Get him. There we go. Kill the war dog. Keep her stabbing up. And then kill the ice treader. Right. The dagger leveled up. It does more damage now? Wait, no, I haven't seen it do actually anything else. It's not getting any more effects. It's just leveling up. Huh. Interesting. I wonder whether it's like a really, really bad weapon, but when you've worked on it a lot, it becomes really good. Nothing but snow makes you miss home, doesn't it? Maybe. Head along the edge here. And inside. There we go. That was good. Quick save. And keep going. Like this. It's a big area that isn't revealing. Sometimes it means it's going to open up into a big fight. It didn't this time, though. Right, in we go. Okay.
Enough! I've had my fill of... What's this? What? Who are you?
The Iron Flail commander is a younger man, lean in build. His brown hair is unkempt, his eyes fevered. At his feet is a grate. Set over what appears to be a pit, you hear a smattering of anxious cries rising from the cell as the commander steps forward. He glares down through the grate, face a mask of
More
rage.
of your scheming friends? Not a scrap of honor in the lot of you.
I'd prefer to settle this peacefully.
I'm sure you would, now that you're here. You want to talk? Set down your...
Edric's words die in his throat, his expression frozen mid-snarl. It isn't clear what's happened, not until you start to feel it too. Unbidden, your senses drift, as if you'd reached out toward a source of essence. You feel an ache in your chest, an almost painful sensation of being pulled forward. A sudden wave of memories flood your mind, clear as the day they formed. You see Odema's campsite, ravaged by the Beowick, the halls of Caed Nua. In the caverns beneath the keep, the stone around you bellows warnings in a dead language. Deeper still, a fanged mob hearts like a wound in the world. The images wash over you, tracing lives and emotions from 100 different times and places. Not all are your own. Slowly you become aware of the sensation of being watched. Let's reach out. You direct your senses, tracing the invasion to its source, Adric. Conviction burns through him, bright as a brazier. For an instant you share his emotion, and a sourceless desperation rattles about your skull. Absent context, the fragments of a memory you see are just images. A small house across a field of vibrant purple flowers, a sea of armoured kith and flapping banners, waiting on your command. There's an uncomfortable moment where you feel your twinned awareness turning in on itself and then connection is severed. Adric looks startled, his face ashen. You're a watcher? You hear a few scattered murmurs from the gathered soldiers.
That's not...
Adric glances around the room, his face colouring.
That's not known to many. Not past these walls. Why have you come? Why now?
You can see lost souls like I do.
I see and hear spirits, it's true. It took many years to understand.
You're ashamed? Why?
It's hardly something to be proud of. Look to your own sins, Watcher. I'll not share mine.
Okay, I can say I can't often read living memory so clearly that it felt like a cipher reading. I thought all of the other Watchers were mad. Are you as tired of listening to dead people as I am? That's a bit too jokey. Let's say I can't read memory so clearly.
I wouldn't know. Perhaps we simply worsen each other's condition.
The prospect seems to trouble him.
What is it?
Let's say I thought all the other Watchers were mad.
That wouldn't bode well for you, would it?
Adric's tone is irritable. He watches you with wary interest.
I've a firm grip on my senses, whatever you believe. The Watcher's curse is many things, but if it promised madness, I would not have taken command of the Iron Flail. The memories I saw, some of them couldn't have belonged to you. You're awakened, aren't you?
Are you also awakened?
No, of course not.
Do you know of a cure? Adric stares at you, eventually gives a slight shake of the head.
Seems a terrible thing to be awakened and a Watcher both. I'm sorry.
We'll say enough about that.
Yes, we were in the middle of something, I believe.
What do these people do to make you throw them in a pit?
Stalwart sent delegates to discuss terms of peace. I offered them the opportunity. I was generous.
Adric paces a few steps before he gets a hold of
But
himself.
Stalwart sent soothsayers, not diplomats, to frighten us with stories of the moon going dark, the earth shaking.
I would speak to the people who have seen these wild visions to compare notes.
It's true! It's all true! The waves will swallow us all!
Oh! I don't know if you heard that, but you did hear some shouting from the pit. But it does have it on the screen as well. So the waves will swallow us all. Andra. That's what I'm getting from here. Straight away, Andra. Andra rings into Manea. Manea's looking for the Temple of Andra. This is our place to find it. Okay. A shrill voice suddenly rises from the pit. Adric stomps down angrily on the bars, drowning her out. Perhaps you and I can talk now.
You're nothing more than a mercenary for a village of people unwilling to put their own lives on the line.
What do you want with Stalwart anyway?
With a village of fishermen, nothing. But they cling fiercely to the forge you gave them. Some of the men are here for gold and good steel, and I promised them their share. But I came for cannons. With the battery's cannons, we can hold the pass. Red Siren has suffered enough. Its sons and daughters have nothing. We cannot sit and wait for an attack from the Dyrwood. There is an army coming. I've seen it. Pouring down from the mountain. It will crush Stalwart and come for Red Siren. The Iron Flail will be the wall that safeguards my homeland from the worst these fire worshippers can bring to bear.
Okay. So we have a couple of different things to go. We can go for the vision straight away. We can go for intellect to say that the Dyrwood is unlikely to attack, which is fair. What makes you think the Dyrwood is going to attack? Let's go with intellect. Let's say, between the Duke's assassination and the hollowborn crisis, Dyrwood's a little preoccupied.
So I believed. Hoped, maybe. But that only means they're angry. They'll look for someone to blame, an enemy to fight.
Darren mentioned you had a vision.
Let the fools at Stalwart mock me all they wish. I know what I saw. If they had seen the same, they'd understand. I warn you, if you think to taunt me, Watcher.
I had a vision too. In mine I saw Cain Noor reduced to rubble by an army that shook the earth. Doubt creases Adric's brow. His men exchange looks, waiting tensely for orders.
Why would they turn on their own? No, you're trying to trick me. This is all another distraction.
Let's go for the full thing. I remember thunder and 100 eyes gazing back at me. Any of that sound familiar?
The thunder followed me to the temple at Dawn's Reach, and the earth split beneath our feet.
Well, you read my soul. What did that tell you?
That you're soft-hearted, but it hasn't seemed to stop you. And that you have seen and done a great many things. Things I would not have otherwise believed.
We both know something's coming. Maybe two Watchers can figure out how to stop it. For several moments there is nothing but silence in the cabin. Then you hear the scrape of metal as Adric takes up his sword, only to lay it flat across his palms.
I led my people here because I believed we were on the right path. I bound my soul to this blade as proof of my surety.
There's a ripple of soul energy in the air, there and gone. Adric looks
The
pained.
sword's no good to me now. It's yours, for as long as you can wield it.
Steadfast has been added to our inventory.
I'll call in our forces from the mountains. Please, give me time to explain. You should speak with Stalwart's messengers. Perhaps you'll get some answers out of them.
Okay. We talked our way out of a situation. We were granted Sever the Soul. What
Just say
is
the word.
Sever the Soul? It's a new ability. The Watcher targets the very essence of a creature with their next attack, bypassing the target's defenses and leaving them weakened. Okay. So it's 25 DR bypass. So it just hits directly at their soul. It's crazy. Just gonna have a look around here, see what we got. We got Light of Dawn, a Red Siren Morality Play, Part 1, Charity and Generosity. Characters in order of appearance: man, male, a ghostly being; female, a ghostly being; beggar, starving man, injured man. Setting: an empty field, no trees or buildings in sight. A man lies on the ground, center stage. He awakes slowly and looks around. Two ghostly beings approach him. A male from stage left, a female from stage right. Where am I? What has happened? Nothing has happened. How did I get here? You did not arrive. You were just here. What is going on? You were traveling. We will travel with you. They both reach out a hand to him, insistently. He looks at them, not sure what to do. After a few moments of deliberation, he takes the male's hand and allows him to help. His soul is strong. His decision will be easy. Such arrogance surely will be your undoing. They walk to the end of the stage and encounter a beggar holding out a bowl. Will you help the needy? Will you hear the call of charity? What will you do for those less fortunate? Here is a beggar. What will you do with him? He has no food, no clothes, he is destitute, and will surely die if no mercy is shown him. Surely he deserves no mercy. Look at his legs, do they not move? Look at his arms, can they not work? Look at his eyes, can they not see? Surely he can provide for himself. What will you do? The man ponders for a moment, then reaches into his pocket and drops a coin into the beggar's bowl. Oh, thank you, kind sir. May your charity come back to you in turn. Why did you give alms to this beggar? I saw a man in need. It is not for me to say if he deserves mercy, only that I need provide mercy if I am able. I have the means to help, so I help. If he has the ability to provide for himself and does not, that is on his head, not mine. If I can provide the light of dawn to a man in need, it's my duty to do so. He knows charity. Even disguised as a beggar, his mind is open. Even those with an open mind can be closed down. Let us continue our journey. They walked to the other edge of the stage, leaving the beggar behind. They approached the starving man, who puts out his hands in supplication. A crust, a morsel, please. Surely generosity will not allow you to stand by and let someone starve. This man is starving. What will you do? He is on the brink of death. Only an act of generosity will save him. What need has this man that he cannot provide for himself? Why should you turn over what you earn to one who has done no such act and deserves nothing from you? What will you do? Again, the man considers what he will do. He reaches into his pocket and retrieves a piece of bread and gives it to the starving man. Oh, thank you, kind sir. Your generosity be returned upon you tenfold. Why did you give food to the hungry? I saw a man who hungered. It is not for me to say if he deserves a morsel, only that I need provide a morsel if I am able. I have the food to spare, so I give. If I can open a man's eyes to light, it is my duty to do so. He knows generosity, even disguised as the starving man. His heart is giving. Even those with giving hearts can be greedy. We will continue our journey. Okay.
Not a
That was
problem.
kind of that was an interesting play.
Nothing will slip past me.
Discovered something. Oh, cool. We'll grab that. Grab what's in here. Right. Everybody get together. Come on over here. Right, we're going to grab everything around the outside. We got a gun, which isn't very good. We got a box, which has some camping supplies, which is nice. Got some more stuff, and we got another book, an Ethosian Prayer, which I'm fairly certain we've read before. Right, then we get this. This is Gauntlets of Swift Action and a diamond. Cool. Well, I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, and next time we're going to talk to the stalwart delegates. See you then.